home of the Miami Hurricanes. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the SMU Mustangs, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. And the Canes will boot it away to start the game. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So SMU's offense will get first crack at it here. This is a big-time quarterback that we're going to be seeing today, but getting the job done against a defense like this, what words of wisdom do you have for him, Jesse?
Well, I think you've got to prepare like you've never prepared before, and that's one thing he told us. He spent extra time in the film room. He spent extra time on the field after practice all week, because I think he understands the challenge that lies ahead of him. He knows this is easily the best defense that they face this year, so we're going to put his skills to the test in this one.
They're going to make it hard, right? There's not going to be any layups. Like most of the time, you know, he's had his way. He's feasted on so many defenses. They're going to make you earn it. They're going to make you go the length of the field. They're going to see if you can be patient. They're going to see how you respond to adversity. So some challenges coming his way for sure.
And just left that pass short. Not enough juice on that one. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Right down the middle. Wide open downfield. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. The Mustangs will snap it on 1st and 10. He wants to throw it again. Still, but now he's swallowed up, and he'll be knocked down for a loss on the trick play. A deep tradition of backers who make plays and get after quarterbacks. Ray Lewis could do it all back in the day, just like this guy is.
And they look the same, don't they? They look the part, just big, physical, huge guys, but the speed element always there, always in the backfield, making plays.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. And the Mustangs will send out the punt unit. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. So Miami's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And they are led up front by a powerful offensive line that opens up an array of possibilities, Jesse.
No question it's the identity of this offense. Multiple players up front that are going to play in the National Football League. This unit is going to be up for the Joe Moore Award at the end of the year for the outstanding O-line, David. They are going to try and establish the line of scrimmage with their physicality.
Man, it's a tremendous... with this defensive line, because you know that. Like, you've got to be aggressive. You've got to be physical. I've got to take away their ability to run the football first. This unit's nasty. They're dirty. I love it.
And he'll move his way forward to the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 35. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Looking to throw on 1st down. He'll pull it down and run. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there. The Hurricanes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Makes the grab. Stopped just across the 50 at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll go to the ground. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Got it in the middle. It's Wells. And the defense drags him down.
Nice complementary football we're seeing from this team here early. Defense did their job in the opening drive, and now your offense is doing their job too. Really nice throw that time by the quarterback. You've got to love what you're seeing on both sides of the ball if you're this team's head coach.
And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21. They're about to snap it for the 7th time on this drive. Firing to the right, complete. Gets it inside the 10, out of bounds at the 9 after the big pickup on that one. No reason to panic when you see those extra bodies coming. Just find the big tight end.
Well, and the great ones do that. The great ones are okay. You want to blitz? I know my answers. I'm all right. I'll stay patient. Find the matchup. This time it was the tight end. Finds the tight end, throws a strike, gets the first down.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. From the gun, running back on the move. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4. They'll snap it for the 10th time on this drive, but they need a chunk on 3rd and long. He caught it. They will score. Touchdown, Miami. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. Field shrinks. Tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. Wants to throw on 1st down. Finding themselves down 7-0. They'd love to get a drive going here. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the 1st down. To the air on 1st down. Just a short pass to the tight end. Crosses the 45, out of bounds at the 47-yard line, and a solid play there. The Mustangs can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. And it is a good idea to gang tackle. First guy couldn't get him. 2nd guy finally did. They'll have it at the 49, just across midfield. 1st and 10. Gives it on the option. There he goes.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Not quite in rhythm there. Incomplete.
Tell you what, that was a lightning fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away. Makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. And the Mustangs pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. On target. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. We've reached a break, and Miami is holding on to the lead. And we've reached the end of 1. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. So after the break, they'll go back to work. That's caught. It's Lee. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
Was completed via the screen. Gain of 15.
The Mustangs kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. The give from the gun. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Pulls it and fires to the left. Touchdown Mustangs! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. The extra point here would tie the game.
Well, this offense needed a touchdown. No doubt that that was the guy the QB was going to be looking for on that play.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They'll give it to the back. Finds his way ahead for 5, and now they've got it at the 28. Let's take a minute and talk about Miami. It's been a season to remember so far, fresh off their new top 10 ranking. How far can this team go?
Well, they're starting to get there now, right? And I think once you get some big wins, Jesse, and you...
Got a lot of room to the right. He's at the and he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Canes!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Looking to throw on first down. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
Well, the offense is trying to go bootleg play action that time, but it had no chance because the defensive end won so quickly at the line of scrimmage. He was able to get in the backfield. He smothered the quarterback so fast for us.
Turning it on. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. They went up top to pick up the last first down. Let's see what they have here. Looking downfield on first down. Under fire. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet.
Man-to-man coverage is a great opportunity for scrambling quarterbacks to take off and run because everybody on defense who's covering has their backs turned to the quarterback, obviously, because they're chasing an intended receiver or target. So good job that...
It's a fumble. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Here's the handoff. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Wants to go up top. They're working that left side. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first, it's at the 37.
Yeah, a great job by the QB finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
We're only in the first half already. This guy's got 2 TD passes, so you could see the defensive coaching staff on the sideline telling this D-line, guys, we got to get after this guy. We have to affect his rhythm and not let him be so comfortable back there. Right there, they were able to get after him. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Nice run there, picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. Good right down the boulevard. And that lead grows even bigger. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. That deficit has now grown to double digits, down 17-7 as they start this drive. They'll start this drive going to the air. Makes the grab down the middle. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Quick handoff. Oh, he's got some space. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. First down for this offense. Wants to go up top on first down. Hauls it in. Just keeps moving. He's loose on the left. Touchdown, SMU. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
17, SMU 14.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's on the loose. And there he goes. He will score. Touchdown, Hurricane. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
SMU 14.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wide receiver comes in motion. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. Second down coming. Back to pass. Finds his big tight end. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Tight end finds a soft spot. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. And the Mustangs will hustle to the line. Going to sling it on second down. Gets it out fast. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Wants to keep it in the air. He's got the back in the middle. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Here comes the offense on second down. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Fires to the big fella. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to it. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. Has to get there to move the sticks. Running wide open down the gut of the field. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Mustangs.
That's exactly what this offense needed to do. You talk about answering at the right time, right before the half, close this gap, create some momentum, go into the half, put something together, try to come out with your hair on fire and win this second half.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Offense has enough time to get off a play before we head to the half. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
And finally, this quarterback looks human for one play. He has been lights out up to this point. Very accurate, making good decisions in a beautiful rhythm, and finally throws his first incompletion of the game.
They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, this matchup on that field there in Coral Gables, sign me up for another half. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line.
First play from scrimmage, and they'll keep it on the ground. Breaks into the open. Rumbles up to the 27 before going out of bounds, and the running game gets it done there.
You know, good running backs are the ones that can make things happen in small spaces. That running back there found his lane, he found his crease, and there was no hesitation. He got north right away and was able to make a big-time play.
He gets it past the first down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Finds his big tight end. Trying to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo.
Turns it on down the left side. The 10. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Miami. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for it. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shootout.
You got to hold serve at this point, right? You got to drive the field, put some more points up on the board. Yeah, they just scored. You can answer that now and keep this thing close.
And I think you're used to that as offense. Like, football is so fast-paced now, and you score so quickly. It's not that big of a deal to get down 10. You keep being aggressive.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
He finds a soft spot in the middle. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. The Mustangs will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. And the Mustangs can really attack on this 2nd and short. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. The Mustangs look to keep this drive humming. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Looking downfield on first down. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the defense.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. On 3rd down, he drops the throw. Unloads to the wideout. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And the Mustangs will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They're going to open this drive with a pass. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming. What will they dial up on 2nd, and a long way to go. Leaves it with the back. Picks his way ahead, pick up of 3, and gets it to the 20-yard line.
that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling. First down here for the offense. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Behind the chains now on second and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Right on target this time. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Rides the back and leaves it. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll run play action. Pocket breaking down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. This one from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds a man on the right. And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one. And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Wants to go up top on first down. It's complete to the left. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. And the Hurricanes had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. He makes the grab. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Quick pass on the fly motion. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have him push pieces when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
They're going to give it to the wide receiver on first and goal. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Canes! And they take it in for 6 more points. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. The Mustangs with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. The give on the option. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It was starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35. And the Mustangs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down. Got his man. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down. The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Got his man quickly. He smashes his way through again. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Gonna look downfield again. Fires to the middle. Complete downfield. Touchdown, SMU! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd.
38, SMU, 28.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24. And the Canes in a good spot here with 2nd and short.
They've got a lead here in the 4th quarter, and there's certainly still plenty of football to go, but this is where you'd love to control the flow of the game, right? You want to dictate everything to the defense, and you do that by running the football. That was a really nice run. This offensive line is firing off late. Looks like they're getting stronger as the game goes on, and that is a good sign for the offense.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Pressure coming. Get it out on the screen. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Passing game very effective on 2nd down. What about here on 3rd? From the gun, wants to pass. And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always, always remember your first interception. He'll always remember this moment.
And he tries to get away, but he cannot. He's taken down. He'll lose a couple. The Mustangs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Looking to the big tight end. Working the big fella downfield and outside. This senior shows some serious arm strength, firing that one in for the first down. They'll try the run. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. And the Mustangs have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. To the ground with the back. Trying to pound their way forward. He picks up a couple to the 31. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got a man. Not gonna get there, not gonna get close as he's brought down at the 30. It's 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires to the right. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Finds his tight end. Fighting off the defender.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. The Canes really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Quarterback making adjustments. The play action fake. Oh, they're after him. Got him, and nobody's close. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Hurricane. for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Tough to beat Maction, gentlemen. You know that. And let's take a look at the highlights. UMass is in front. They've led for most of the way. However, Sam the Minuteman isn't exactly putting this one in the win column just yet. They're up by 7 over Boston College. The Maction never sleeps, and we'll circle back.
Ball is loose. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
I love those smashes where you can hear it up here, Reese. Goodness gracious, you can hear the contact. Such a big lick. The offensive guy doesn't hold on to the football. Huge momentum swing. Big turnover forced by the defense.
Looking to throw on first down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. So now it's 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Had to get rid of it quickly. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a first down.
Yeah, and your first job is to affect the quarterback and try to get him off his spot. They get him off his spot. He gets outside the pocket, and a nice job chasing, not quitting.
There he goes. That'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal from the 10. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. And the Canes trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on 1st down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw...
Touchdown, Miami! And the beatdown has ensued. They've now extended that lead, and they're trying to hang on for a Week 12 victory. These guys looking to put the finishing touches on this game with that score.
Yeah, I think you feel confident that ends it, right? Late in the game, it would take a miracle for the defense to get back in it. That miracle is no longer coming now.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook a little bit.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you've got a week to figure it out, figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward.
To the air on 2nd down. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
The Mustangs have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Got some room to run. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Canes.
And this has been the story of the game. Everything going their way. Offensively, special teams, and now on defense. Here in the 4th quarter, they're still being aggressive. They're still jumping these throws. And he picked that thing off and took it all the way to the house.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll leave it with the lone back. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Now the play fake. Finds the tight end. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open.
Turning it on! Quickly out to the tight end. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45. This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out and play.